Hello, everyone. I hope everyone is doing great. You probably all noticed that we don't have a lesson today because of the holidays. And we know that it's now time of Easter and also of Passover. And I wanted to specifically talk to you about Passover for a minute. It is a Jewish holiday, but more than that, it is actually a Kabbalistic symbol. It's an external collection of signs for our internal work. I assume most of you are familiar with the biblical story. If not, you can just easily grab a Bible or go online and check it out. And the book of Exodus, the story of Egypt, it's a very well-known story, but very few people understand the inner meaning of it. Kabbalists, in fact, dedicate a lot of their writings, specifically Rabash and Baal Sulam, to this holiday because it is of great significance to us in the work. So we're not going to obviously get into everything that this holiday is about in this video, but I wanted you to take this as a little assignment for the time that we're not together. We have anywhere between now and I think the next lesson we'll have, you will have on the Grad Environment will be Tuesday. So we have about 2-3 days to get a little bit a taste of what Passover is. And if you're watching morning lessons, you probably hear a lot about it from Rav. But even if you're not, this is a great opportunity to unite together around this story and around certain key components of the story. And it's an opportunity for us to do something together, to do a real group action around it. So what is the assignment? Essentially, I will actually take a step backwards, just for those who really don't understand anything about the story. The story outlines the descent of the sons of Jacob to the land of Egypt, where they grow from a small group of about 70 people to a massive nation, prosperous, everything is great. For a while, they experience 7 years of satiation, of plenty, of abundance. And then, according to the story, it's replaced with 7 years of hunger. Following that, they begin to be placed under hard labor. And they work to build store cities for Pharaoh. And then there's the appearance of a character named Moses, who goes and he goes to Pharaoh and he negotiates with him, and after a while the negotiation fails, and Pharaoh and the Egyptians are struck by 10 plagues, following which they let the Israelites leave Egypt. They go into the desert, the Egyptians chase them, Moses parts the Red Sea, everybody crosses except for the Egyptians who get swallowed in, and then they continue to the desert, to Mount Sinai, where they receive the Torah. That's kind of like, in 2 sentences. I think there was also an airing on NBC of the Ten Commandments just the other day, so you can also see the Hollywood version. But we're dealing with the internal story, the real inner meaning of that which takes place inside every person and in our work in the group. So I don't want to say too much about it. I want you to actually read the article Come Unto Pharaoh 2 from Rabash Social Writings, page 123. Don't read the whole article. It's a very long article with a lot of different discernments. Read it until the words, in other words, henceforth he should try to aim all his actions to be in order to bestow contentment upon the Creator and not for his own benefit. It's somewhere around the middle of the article. So read it until there. You could read it to yourselves. If you gather on Zoom, you can do it together and just read the whole thing up until that point. And then what we'd like you to do is go to the forum, and you'll see that the forum has been reduced to 3 questions. And those are the questions that we want to attack in this next couple of days. So one question will be the following. What is Egypt? Who is Pharaoh? And how do we come out of Egypt? Okay, obviously this is relating to the inner work here, the inner story that's taking place between us. So this is the first question. You'll see it on the forum. Let's try to add to each other. We're not looking for long, lengthy answers, but rather small bits. So there will be room for everyone to just add and together build the story of Passover and the Exodus from Egypt as best you can based on this article. If you know other things about the internal work, it's fine, you can add, but try to stay on the inner meaning of Passover and the Exodus from Egypt. So what is Egypt? Who is Pharaoh? How do we come out of Egypt? That's the first question. The second question will be about extracting the main principles that relate to love of friends from this part of the article. Here, actually, the first half of this part that you're reading is going to talk a lot about love of friends. He's going to start with Pharaoh and then Egypt, and then kind of segue, seemingly, into love of friends, and then go back to Pharaoh. So try to extract together as much as you can about love of friends. What, why is it important? How should we do it? Again, try to add to one another. Focus on short answers and leave room for everyone to add and to continue one another. Try to kind of build a story between you. And then the last question that you will see that is for us to attack, it's not really a question, it's actually an assignment. The assignment is for everyone that is here in this Grad Environment, in the young group. We want to build together a fire, really the fire of the greatness of this society. And we all heard about the Arvut, the mutual guarantee, which was a condition for receiving the Torah on Mount Sinai. It's also the inclination towards it. The aim for Arvut is what ultimately leads the sons of Israel out of Egypt. So the assignment is this: let's help each other through this Arvut. Let's become mutual guarantors, help each other record short clips where each friend expresses his or her commitment to this great society and to help everyone come out of Egypt. Egypt being, I'm giving you a hint, being our work for the will to receive. So we want short clips, if you can, 10, 20, 30 seconds at most. Again, we're not looking for great lectures, but rather for an expression of that commitment, of that desire. Let's build it together. Let's start a huge fire so we come to the Tuesday lesson with all this excitement, and then continue to the Sunday young group with an equal amount of fire. There are great lights working on us this week of Passover. Let's take advantage of that and work above anything we feel and try to build it together. So you'll see those three questions on the form. I'll repeat it again. What is Egypt? Who is Pharaoh? How do we come out of Egypt? That's question one. Question two, let's extract the main principles that relate to love of friends. And assignment number three, let's help each other record short clips where each friend expresses his or her commitment to this great society to help everyone come out of Egypt. I'm sure you can do it, and I look forward to seeing all your answers and the assignments. And from me and all the instructors, we wish you a happy Passover, the inner meaning of Passover, and we'll see you all Tuesday and the rest of the week.